Having read about them in the Wall Street Journal, we went right out and got them, Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Herz. And I can't help noticing that you have some other show and tell items with you, but what they have Troma Films is the name of their company, and what I'm told is best described as a dump. You produce your films a very low budget with very low sanitation conditions, according to the actors who have worked for you.
You're being too kind.
Once. Am I buttering you up too much here?
You're effusive in your praise, please.
No, I mean, here you are, two nicely dressed guys. Do your moms know you run a dirty ship?
Actually, it's not dirty.
It's not anymore?
In fact, we invite you, now that we've had the exterminators in, to come and take a tour of the Troma Studios on 9th Avenue. We also have a facility in Jersey City.
Also, hold it, there's only one aesthetic we have when we make a movie. There are 3 rules of production.
That's right.
First rule, safety, personal safety. Second rule, safety to other people's property. Third rule, make a good movie. That's it. That's the only way we direct movies.
And that's funny, because that's the exact opposite of everything I've heard about you. I mean, I've talked to artisans.
If you go to our set this afternoon, we are filming this afternoon. I will leave here, change my clothes, and film. You will see on the trucks, like Chairman Mao, propaganda. Personal, 3 rules of production: personal safety, safety to property, and then make a good movie. And it's on the trucks, it's on the location, so that the crew does, and everybody gets it.
I noticed the truck has a cracked axle. You should have that looked into.
No question about it.
To be honest, in the past few years, most of our films have been very heavily action-oriented, with explosions and car chases and crashes and very, very potentially dangerous stunt work.
Really?
Not one person has been seriously injured on our film, in spite of the fact that we're doing things that major Hollywood studios do for multi-millions of dollars, and where people have died and have been very, very severely injured. So we take great pride in the...
well, that's good to know. What are some of the minor injuries that you've had?
Troma's War, somebody ate some pie or something, and they ate 2 whole pies.
They got a tummy ache?
They got a very serious...
A tummy ache, for instance.
But Troma's War was a war picture.
See, I never know, since we deal in unreality, what to believe, but an item in the August Wall Street Journal claimed that you once served some pie, pecan pie, I think, and scraped the mold off and tried to pass it off as a pistachio. I guess just
it was passed off as cashew, not pistachio.
Oh, cashew. Well, see,
how could you?
I'm sorry, my source is faulty.
The point is that...
So I don't know if I'm being put on or not. I mean,
there was an item in the Wall Street Journal that said that I was too cheap that the reason the devil in Toxic Avenger Part III is green is that I was too cheap.
Let me finish this for you. You were too cheap to buy red paint.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. The truth was that every devil is red. So I said, make a green one. The fact that we had just painted the Troma building green, and there was some extra paint, had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Also, we'd already done these slicks, and the devil was green. And
he is green. I really like that.
So
the fact that you're cheap had nothing to do with that particular case.
We wanted to do something different, and here, you know.
I also think if you spoke with any actor who's been in a Troma film, I think that you would find that they were extremely well treated, that they got paid surprisingly good money for their level of competence and experience in the industry. And I think the proof of the pudding is that I think everyone who's worked for us would come work for us again.
How do you then explain these sleazy journalists who write article after article about you, about how shabbily you treat the actors, how you particularly are known as a yelling, revolting personality?
They're jealous, right?
Michael is known as a yelling, he's very revolting, but I've never heard him raise his voice.
The best compliment I've heard about you, too, is that at least they knife you in the front, not in the back.
Wow.
Is that...
I'm shocked. I just don't know what to say. I think it's jealousy.
I don't know how this stuff finds its way into print. Is it jealousy?
Look what we've done. Here we have, from a concept, from an idea, from nothing, 15 years ago, we've built up a company, an independent company, where we can wake up in the morning and say, we would like to make a movie. And we actually do make that film. And we have hundreds of fans all over the world, if not millions, who appreciate our work and support us.
There's one in New Jersey, I think.
Exactly.
When you were liberal arts students back then,
may I also say I would like the names of these people who have calumnied us in this fashion. I would like the specific names after the show.
Why would you want those if you're innocent?
I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I would like to have some attribution to these claims, these allegations.
Okay, well, I have a list here, but it
no, after the show, Dick.
Really too long to read it on the air. Michael presents a very humorless exterior. He yells a lot, and if you've been there 6 months and you're competent, you get yelled at the most.
Well, now, wait a minute. This was, I know where this came from. This is a very old article.
It was horrendous.
It's an old article, and it's in some rag, or some very low.
Oh, well, but the Bible is even older. Does that make it untrue?
Don't know. Haven't read it recently.
Well, it is
You
true
didn't
that I
realize
yell.
you were dealing with the Socratic.
I must admit, I do yell. Yes.
But here's
Yelling
something
is not
that
intrinsically evil. No. Do you yell nice things, insulting things?
Do we yell? I yell terms of encouragement. I know.
Yeah.
And of course, Lloyd is a pussycat. So in other words, we sort of.
Well, I don't know why.
balance each
safety
other.
is definitely a situation. This particular situation was a day where a motorcycle stunt was being done.
Yeah.
And there was absolute reason to yell, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Not to mention those pecan pies.
I never said you yelled. I've never seen you yell. I'm just recording all the people who've ever worked for you. We'll be right back after this message. I'm talking with the brains, the brawn, and the talent of Troma Films. You have a number of objects here that I'm interested about, but also one of the phenomena in our business, speaking of horror and such things, is Morton Downey Jr., who occupied, I'm not sure which of those chairs recently. Did you guys have a bad experience with him that I didn't see? I just heard about this like an hour before taping today, and I was hoping I could. What happened today?
Would you like to relive it?
I'm not about to spring a tape on you or anything. I don't have it, but I just wondered what happened. Well,
I was invited onto the show.
I seem to have introduced us to Lull.
It resulted in a lawsuit, which it is not the policy of Troma Incorporated to discuss matters pending.
We have sued Downey and Company, so and that's litigation is now pending, so that we don't discuss.
Is it right to say on what grounds? That can't get you in any trouble, can it? I mean, what sort of suit it is?
It was a matter of violence.
Physical abuse.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The colliding.
I don't think we can talk anymore about it.
Oh, maybe not.
No, I don't think.
How are we going to kill the next 2 minutes then?
No, how about presenting you with a Troma Team T-shirt? It says, "I made the Troma Team."
Oh, wow.
On behalf of all of the people
I've never
at Troma,
even been approached to appear in a film of yours, and I can't imagine, since my splendid performance in, what was it called? No, not Beetlejuice. That's very well known. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Well, in Kabuki Man.
I would have thought that.
We're shooting a film now called Kabuki Man, based on the Japanese theater.
Really?
Yes. And in that film, there is indeed, I believe we may have sent you a script. It is possible that you have been sent a script.
It's possible that it's another thing that's been lost in the mails, because I'd love to, because I have an interest in Japan.
I know that.
Kabuki.
Well, of course. I majored in Chinese studies originally, and as a result...
Chinese are another country.
I am aware of that, but having had the minor in Japanese history and what have you, we went to Japan and Hong Kong and what have you for our films. And Kabuki Man has come out of this interest.
Well,
and there is a part there which would be a perfect part.
So may we officially announce that Dick Cavett will be appearing in Kabuki Man? The
sight unseen. I don't care what. I'll do
movie of the 90s?
I'll do
anything. And not only that, but
that's fantastic.
We will be shooting these particular scenes in the state of New Jersey. So you can step out here.
Speaking of exotic cultures, okay.
Now, in preparation for your appearance, I would like to present you with the TOXIC cologne, the monstrously manly smell. Not that you need it.
Great.
But you might would enjoy it. And so that's another free
How about
gift.
that? I certainly want to thank
Michael,
you.
how could
I'd like to say to Elaine Hasbury, who's 100 years old today, and isn't she beautiful? I'm turning into someone else. We'll be back right after this message. Where did you learn the marketing skills and things that are really needed aside from just the shooting of the films? Apparently, one of the things that the Journal mentioned to you is that your distribution. You said we do all the things Paramount does. We distribute, we publicize, we do all that stuff that.
Troma is a little studio. It is a small.
Well, where did you learn
studio.
it? Where did you learn those things?
The marketing? I used to go to Waldbaum's, but they closed up in my neighborhood. Now I go down to the finest.
You don't learn that sort of thing at Yale.
No, are you kidding? He learned things at Yale.
Sort of thing.
I didn't learn anything.
I didn't have the discipline.
I think Lloyd's got a certain gift, a magic for promotion, sort of like Barnum and Bailey, P.T. Barnum. And a gift, it's a gift, and Lloyd is possessed of the gift. Many people he's just
well, to some
possessed.
extent, what we have done is we've created movies that are a little bit like comic books. So the TOXIC Avenger, Kabuki Man, Class of Nukem High, Troma's War. I think these are sort of sophisticated comic books to some extent.
To such an extent, by the way, that Warner Brothers, and you've heard of them, they're not a small actually it's Time Time Inc. Warner now.
Oh.
The Brothers Warner.
They
That's
are
right.
distributing on videocassette this month,
Yeah.
during the Halloween season, the Toxic Avenger Part 2. And the marketing of the materials, to a large extent, is attributable to Lloyd's creative
Oh, no,
efforts
no.
and
Please,
Warner's
I cannot accept credit
push.
for that.
I can't
right,
look
don't.
at. I can't watch his modesty. It's too painful.
Yes.
But you have done hardcore porno. Apparently, there's somebody. You have the distinction of having a musical in which the only one in history in which the production number results in climax. So to put it mildly.
Wow.
Which one of your works was which was that?
That was a long time ago.
The
but-
newcomers,
Yeah.
but
The
you know,
newcomers,
things
yeah.
that are old are not bad necessarily, and it's a good way to learn about movies. Good way to learn how to produce movies. You learn other things too, actually.
You contradicted yourself because you said that old article. Was
That's
therefore
why I brought
bad,
it back.
so
You
showing
are
that
absolutely
can play
correct.
both sides of the
I have
street. You were testing
rubbed
me
it in
there.
that you have won the point. But when one is that this was a way to make movies.
Well, if you have put anything on the screen that would degrade, offend deeply to the point of causing neurosis or sex crimes, would you feel guilty about it, or would you figure that the
Yes.
fact that you are wealthy and live in mansions now justifies all that crap?
There's nothing in a trauma movie that isn't in Hollywood movies. I mean, Die Hard and what are they?
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction.
I mean, these things are infinitely.
Right.
If
But that doesn't make them good there either.
No.
The point is, we would feel terrible if anybody looked at a trauma movie and
Hurt themselves. In
blew
some
your
way.
head off. Absolutely.
And again, I believe, Dick, that if you look, or if anyone looks at a trauma film, not looking at a piece of promotion or an article, but actually sits through a trauma film, they will come away with a totally different picture of what we
Probably.
do
I thought
than what they
it was
think.
hilarious, the fact that monster, who obviously had the voice of an amateur actor inside, I think was a quite comic touch and
It's
kind
great.
of a nice one.
It's very amusing.
Yes.
Holy.
In other words,
There he is.
Oh,
in
come
fact.
on. I didn't expect a drop in from Howard Stern.
This is Toxie himself.
This is Toxie, and hardly any other show on television can claim an appearance by him.
A personal
and certainly, and a
appearance.
very pretty thing he is too. Who's his oculist? That's very. Is he modeled on anyone we know? He has a vague resemblance to Churchill on one side, and I'd better not say on this side. But are we out of time? Gee, I'm sorry. Can you guys come back sometime when we've done Kabuki Man and I've
Absolutely.
Sure.
in the eyes of the public? Thank you both for being here. I'm sorry we're cut off by time. We'll see you next time. Troma.
Head to TalkinTroma.com for more trauma history. Also available wherever you listen.